LinkedIn is extraordinary. For many of the hundreds of millions of members, they still regard it as a portal for presenting their resume, their CV. It's also a place where they maintain connections, so they'll meet someone in real life, take a business card, and then connect on LinkedIn. Howdy is going the other direction, so it's more of a personal CRM system. It's more of a sidekick to discover new people that you could collaborate with. But because it's community-based, it's about then taking a match on your mobile phone to then actually meeting the person and shaking their hand. So we think it's more of a living, breathing version of LinkedIn, albeit we are positioning ourselves to complement them. I think the sea change is both from a better understanding of the consumer, that if they go to a conference, for example, they know there is the potential for technologies to aid them, to save them time, to make give them a better ROI on the investment they've made to go to a conference. But also from businesses, increasingly we're finding in pretty old school businesses this recognition of the power of a community. And McKinsey are known for being extraordinarily helpful in placing someone that wants to leave their company in another company. So that former employee of McKinsey, of course, will become an advocate and an ambassador for the rest of their lives. And the more and more businesses are recognizing that. We've recently started working with a big office real estate business, commercial real estate business in Singapore, and they have just launched and hired a community management team. So there is that fantastic opportunity for Howdy for us to help those people deliver on those ambitions. From a technology perspective, AR and VR, we're friends with a company called Blipper, and I think there would be ambitions. I think as it becomes the next iteration of Google Glass, I think we want to be at the forefront of helping people connect with new people. So that'll be exciting, but that's some way off. From an AI perspective, very on trend. I think almost every startup seems to have AI. We have the foundation, the learning algorithms in place. We have a PhD in machine learning from Cambridge who's an investor advisor and spends time with us. And I think it's that usefulness. It's that understanding that things can just be a little bit easier because of the support of technology. So as I described, for Howdy, there's never an A to Z list. It's always personalized to your needs, your requirements, because the machine has learned about your preferences so that it can make a better recommendation every day that you use Howdy. Networking is often a dirty word. I think it's obviously often has negative connotations, and I think that's partly because of the way some people operate. It's not about collecting business cards. There is no point going home with a couple of inches of business cards if you don't then convert them and follow up and start to nurture those relationships. Going home with a pile of business cards and adding them on LinkedIn, again, it's pointless. I think it's about making meaningful connections. It's about converting them into long-term relationships by offering help, because you may need help in return one day. It's about making observations about what you think their needs may be. It's about making introductions. That's an absolute key part of powerful networking. And I think it does pain me to witness the understanding that networking is valuable, and yet the implementation being so poorly executed. Smile and a handshake. A lot of people are also very intimidated by it. They walk into a big room, and actually I am the same. If I am walking into a big room, I pause at the door and take a deep breath, because it's not in my nature. I get anxious. But once I go in the room, I just remind myself that the reason everyone's there is to meet new people. So it's just, and really the icebreakers, nice tie, nice watch, nice pair of shoes, anything just starts the conversation and you're off to the races.